Okay, here we go. We're live. Hello, everybody. Oh,
Hello, hello.
and we've got a Katie handbraking onto the stream already. That's pretty cool. Right. Whew. Bahrain Grand Prix time.
Let's go.
Okay, so, right, Bahrain Grand Prix. It is strange to see those Ferraris at the front, but it is so
It
cool.
is. Yeah, it's so refreshing.
Absolutely. I don't tell you what, seeing that Haas in 7th is mad. As I said to Sarah before the stream started, I did some stats for the qualifying, and there's only one team that improved, despite the regulation change, that the qualifying time from last year, and it was Haas. All the other teams are 1
Yeah.
to 2% slower. It's mad.
Maybe the new regulations did them a favour.
I think, yeah, spending 1 year not doing anything to the car and then spending 2 years on this current one has really worked out.
Yeah.
Or if
Good
you're,
to see if they can keep that trajectory going.
absolutely. Ooh.
So, early predictions. Who do you reckon's going to be on the podium this race?
2 Red Bulls and Leclerc. In what order, I couldn't tell you. What do you think?
You know, I said earlier to my parents, I think it's going to be a Red Bull and Ferrari podium. I don't expect Mercedes to be able to keep up with the pace.
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking exactly the same on that one. That Mercedes is going to, if they make it to the end, because of all the shaking in the car, it's going to be interesting. One of them's going to have a headache.
Yeah. Saying that, it would be interesting to see how all of the drivers cope with it because obviously we haven't seen much of it in the earlier eras of F1 cars. So almost like they're driving roller coasters.
I bet they feel like it.
I mean, some teams have looked to draw a bit better, but some it looks painful.
It really does. I mean, we had a few years ago where K-Mag had to retire during the Grand Prix because his gear shifts went wonky and it was giving him a headache. I mean, well, migraine is probably the better way of putting it. I mean, these cars are just going to shake them to pieces.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, I'm excited for this one. I really am.
I am too.
Wait for this for like 2 years.
Yeah, it's been a long winter break, but now we're back. Right, they're lining up now.
Right, yes. 2 Ferraris, 2 Red Bulls. This is going to be a good one.
Definitely.
As Crofty has just said, nobody ever wins outside. No one here has ever won from outside the top 4. And I don't see it being broken today.
No, neither do I.
Oh, that Williams looks pretty. I like that blue, that sort of midnight blue in this setting. Right, who's going to get into turn 1 first?
Oh, I'm slightly ahead, and oh my god, it's looking intense.
Well, we'll see what I see.
Oh, it's lights out and away we go.
Alright, Crofty. I like it. Oh, it's definitely
Oh
spike.
god, this yeah,
Oh god, they need to stop with that graphic.
yeah. That graphic was going wild.
Yeah. Update every half a millisecond.
Yeah.
Okay,
There's
so
a big shift in some of those drivers though. Look like they went right down.
Magnussen's going at Perez and Hamilton. Bloody hell.
Mm.
If anyone was going to be aggressive first lap, it was going to be him.
Yeah. This is exciting era. I did not expect a Mercedes to be battling with a Haas this year.
No. No, it was a meme from last year. Yeah, maybe the Haas will battle of Mercedes.
Mm.
What's that? Album's holding up the rest of the pack.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
there's like 10 cars that are within 5 spaces of each other. They don't look like they should all be there.
What's happened with McLaren though? P16 and 20.
Ricardo at the back.
It's I don't know. It's slightly, I don't know, disappointing coming from last year how they were doing so well.
Extremely disappointing.
Oh, I know why.
Was one of them got a flat tyre or a front wing that's dislodged?
Both Norris and Ricardo on medium tyres, where the rest of the pack are on soft.
They're not switching them on. But Leclerc into leading the lap. That's a good sign for him.
Yeah, they're definitely looking fast.
And we'll get DRS at the end of... Is it end of this lap? Or beginning of... It's the end of this lap we get it. Into lap 2.
Yes, I think so. Wow, what did everyone think of the first lap?
Yeah.
That was intense, but a lot of action.
I'll tell you what, I hope for the next Grand Prix that graphic chills the hell out.
I've seen on Twitter a lot of people moaning about the graphics.
Yeah, that doesn't take long with this sport. So Russell's up a couple of places, Perez down a couple. Other than that, it's largely static in the top 10.
But,
Albon up
Kevin
3.
in P5.
Oh yeah, I suppose he is up 2 as well.
Yeah.
Pedro says, K-Mag P5, heart eyes.
I will admit, I do like that camera angle where the cars drive over the camera. I think that's a cool shot.
It is pretty cool. Yeah, where's Bottas got to? As Pedro says, where is he? 14th, down 8.
Yeah, P14th.
Oh, so he's maintained his usual regular starting of dropping off completely. And apparently, Brando's called Schumacher Michael already. Oh, K-Mag lock up.
Oh.
I'll tell you what though, there's a couple of good angles on that house that make it look beautiful. Oh, okay, we've got DRS, Perez on K-Mag.
Kept him off for now. I think he's going to get overtaken here though.
Oh, yeah, Perez got him.
Yeah, he had the inside line. I think there was nothing that he could do really.
Yeah, that started back in turn 1. But it's good to see that Red Bull was right under the Haas's rear wing and it wasn't losing pace. So that's really good. Oh, look at Bottas' start.
I know.
Nearly drove clear into the side of, I think it was Alonso.
Oh, look how close they all got.
I'll tell you what, this is probably the first race of the season where I've not seen a front wing go into the crowd somewhere.
I think they've just got to remember it's the first race. You need points. Don't hit anybody else. Don't get an early retirement. Just be as clean but as mean as possible.
Yeah, I'd give you that. Aggressive, but well, sort of safe. And Katie's hearing things again. I'm not talking about Thor's bum again.
Oh, I've just seen an incident between Esteban Ocon and Mick. Explains why he went down a few positions.
I'll catch up to that in a second. Oh, well, that was a quick quick 360.
He did well. He's like, I'm ready to go.
That's more GT Sport than F1, but that's really good. Oh, do you know, that was an incredible recovery from Mick. What's that put him down to? Still 13th, so bloody hell.
Still pretty good for a Haas.
Yeah, although if you compare it to Magnussen at the moment...
I know. But is that something we can look forward to, making the top 10 this season?
I think so. Well, hopefully we'll get some points today. We'll have to wait and see.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and as Stephen
We've
says,
got a long race to go.
as Stephen says, that's a lap 1 racing incident. Again, more of a GT Sport racing
Yeah.
incident, but it was good. No, it's important to see that we're not seeing bits of cars flying off every time they touch at the moment.
Mhm.
And Flappy's here as well. Hey, buddy.
Hello, hello.
As you can see, yeah, we've got the Hawkie here, and I've remembered to point the right way.
Yeah, I'm still not sure which way I got a point.
It's opposite to what you think. So it's just up, other way. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That's confusing.
Oh boy, is it? Oh, can you see the front wing on that Mercedes bending?
Yeah.
Okay, Russell got K-Mag. I was worried about this, that the house might fall off the pace.
Yeah. I think now, after this race, I think everyone will be able to make their predictions a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think we've seen pre-season and the testing. We've not really seen the race pace. I think we all expected to see.
Quite right, quite right. And they're still suffering with a lot of this porpoising. You can still see it in the Ferrari a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's the
It
Mercedes
seemed
you've got to be
to
watching
tap a
for.
bit.
Mm.
Yeah. I've got to say though, I'm slightly not disappointed, but I feel for the McLaren boys a little bit.
Yeah, completely. But we'll see what happens when their medium tyres become the tyre to be on. They might be faster towards the end of the race. I mean, it could be that the cars are all so close together now that they're going to be picking up places towards the end, and it's just they'll fall to the back at the beginning.
Uh-huh. What is interesting though is that Charles has got a considerable lead on Max Verstappen at the moment.
I'm personally looking at the gap between Verstappen and Sainz, and that's more than I thought it was going to be. And Hamilton's coming at him though. I'll tell you what, don't write Hamilton off yet.
I was going to say, I might have to change my prediction.
I think we should all know better by now, shouldn't we? Yeah, Schumacher coming back at Bottas. I don't feel right calling him Schumacher. I want to call him Mick.
I do like that eye camera. I think that's also a cool shot.
It is. And by the way, Pedro asked me how much practice it took me to get this right, pointing at the right direction on the screen. Absolutely tons.
Oh, 5 seconds for Ocon.
Okay, that's surprising. But fair enough, I suppose.
Do you reckon this season we'll see some stricter decisions being made?
Hopefully just consistent, that's all I care about.
Yeah, I hope. Consistent, I think, is key.
Well, despite it being a lap 1 incident, which has historically been, they just let them go unless they're obvious.
Yeah.
That is... Okay, there's a precedent there. Got the two Astons together at 16th and 17th.
Yep.
Good performance from Hulk.
Yeah.
Well, Hamilton is just sitting behind Sainz. He's not getting him. Right, what the Alpines doing? They've just come past on the screen. 9th and 10th. So that's a double points position. And Schumacher's coming back at Zhou. I'll tell you what, Albon up in 12th on merit. That's not bad.
Yeah, I didn't expect that either. I think it's so refreshing to see like the teams closer this year.
Absolutely.
Do you want to do a quick run through who's in the top 10?
I'll let you do the honours on this one.
Okay. Sorry for my pronunciation. But you've got Charles Leclerc in first, Max Verstappen in second, Carlos Sainz in third. You've got Hamilton in fourth, Perez in fifth, Russell in sixth, Magnussen in seventh, Gasly in eighth, Alonso in ninth, 10th is Ocon. Do you want to do the
I'll give it a go.
10 to 20?
11th Sonoda, 12th Albon, 13th Bottas, 14th Zhou, 15th Mick Schumacher, 16th Hulkenberg, 17th Stroll, Norris 18th on the mediums, Latifi 19th, and Ricciardo last on the mediums as well. That is not good for the McLarens. I did not expect that given pre-season shakedown 1.
Yeah, definitely. I have heard on the radio though that kind of like what you said. I think they're expecting on the mediums shortly that they'll be able to be a little bit more involved in the action.
Yeah, that would stand to reason. Soft tyres be starting to go off now.
I don't know how competitive though, being nearly 30 seconds behind the leader. How much they can actually do.
35 for Ricciardo now.
Yeah.
The one I'm watching at the moment is Gasly, who seems to be on the back of Magnussen. Gasly always goes well round here.
Yeah.
It does seem to be like we're going to be, at first glance, we're going to be, the top 6 might be locked out by the big 3 teams.
Yeah, I did kind of expect that though.
Yeah. Pedro's loving this so far. Thanks, man.
It's just which order I wasn't too sure about.
Yeah, that's a toss-up at the moment. It's just going to see what happens.
I think still with a lot of race distance to cover, it could be in any order.
Yeah, I'm finding it hard to predict, and that's a really good thing.
Yeah. I think it's what the sport needed.
Absolutely.
Sure. I think we kind of just got used to predicting
Yeah.
top 3.
Right, here we go. Bottas on Albon. Although Albon's got DRS as well. No, sorry, it was Zhou, not Bottas. Bottas has already got Albon.
Got to say though, Zhou's debut, he's not doing too badly.
Well, he definitely did better than what Mazepin managed last year. 3 corners.
Yeah. I mean, do we need to say any more about that?
Probably best not to. I'll tell you what, Sainz is still falling off the back of Verstappen. And I'll tell you, also Hamilton's fallen off the back of Sainz, with Perez directly behind him. So it's swinging around a bit.
Yeah, definitely. I think it'll also be interesting to see the pit stop strategies that these teams are going to take today.
What do you think? 1-stopper or 2-stopper?
I think for some teams, maybe a 1-stop, but I don't know. Red Bull kind of try and do the unexpected, so maybe it could be a 2-stop for them.
Oh, Hulk running wide turn 1. Oh, lost the place to his teammate. Not a big deal.
I'm sure he can get that back.
Yeah. Although, Father Stroll would probably rather he didn't.
True.
Okay, if I were to put my team manager decision cap on, I would definitely split the Ferrari strategy.
Oh my god.
Perez running outside.
Hamilton.
Oh, you can hear the crowd. They love that. That's in the same place that Verstappen took him off the track last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would split the strategy on the Ferraris. One goes 2-stop, one goes 1-stop. Now, will Russell catch up to the back of Hamilton?
Yeah, I wonder what the team orders will be there. Will they favour the younger driver, or will they favour Lewis, the more experienced driver in the team?
I, I would just not like to be the person telling Russell not to take Hamilton.
Yeah,
That engineer call is going to be, oh, no thanks.
yeah, definitely.
Joe cutback rather, on album.
Mm. Like I said, he's not doing too bad for his debut.
Mm. So no real incidents, no spins, just, well, one
Yeah.
360 from Schumacher. But that is
Yeah,
it.
which was that was dealt with pretty nicely though.
Mm. So we've got the Alpines running together.
Mm.
Just, so, okay, the teams we've got running together, we've got Mercedes running together, Alpines, Alfa Romeos, and all the rest
Yeah.
of the entire field is jumbled up.
Mm. I really do feel for the McLaren boys though. I don't see how they're gonna come back from this on this race.
So, yeah, looking at McLaren though, it does look, bodywork-wise, much more basic than all the others, doesn't it?
Mm.
I think that's showing up. As Pedro says, Alfa Romeo, promising actually, very promising.
Yeah, considering what we didn't get much information from the pre-season testing, they seem all right. They seem pretty decent.
Oh, Verstappen's reporting he is struggling with traction.
Oh,
So can Sainz get on the back of him? Oh!
oh, yeah. That's what I was just calling about.
I'll tell you what though, the Mercedes rear lift guy, he's a big dude.
Yeah, it's early though.
Very early. Okay, hard tyres going on. They can't be going to a one-stop strategy from here, surely.
Yeah, surely. Anything won't that slow them down though?
It's curious with the tyres. When the soft tyres get a bit older, the hard tyres are faster.
Mm.
Hamilton right behind Bottas. Okay. Oh! 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 He's got no
Ooh.
grip.
Yeah.
Oh!
Wow.
I
This
wasn't.
is so interesting.
Uh,
They
he-
don't look warm.
Yeah. Oh, that is something I wasn't expecting.
No.
I think Brundle just said the tyre warmer temperatures have been lowered this year.
That's interesting.
That's interesting. We've got Annette here in the chat as well.
Hello, hello.
So those tyre blanket warmers are much lower. That's going to really push teams to think about a one-stop. Because they're not going to want to do this
definitely.
twice.
Yeah, and maybe I don't know. Maybe they need to rethink their strategies. Try and create a gap so that if they do lose grip, they don't fall too behind.
Although on the flip side, when the tyres are up to temperature and the other teams do eventually pit, Hamilton will be much quicker.
True. No, I just didn't expect these sort of fights like today.
Hamilton down in 12th. Well, he's DRSing past the Alpha. I want to call it Sauber every time I see it. Yeah, that's a point. How much is Valtteri going to make it difficult for Lewis?
Oh, very difficult, I reckon.
I thought Joe was going to come back at Hamilton, though. Pedro says, warning to the commentators, don't forget to hydrate.
Did done now.
And this is the kind of interactivity you don't get on Sky F1.
Yeah. Cheers.
I tell you what, I'm constantly amazed when as soon as they get certain angles on these cars, they do look absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
But
They look so different from previous eras of cars, though, as well.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what, dead on, staring from the nose, I hate every single one of them, but from the side, they look great. It's weird like that.
Yeah. The rear wing is so different.
Yeah, I like that sort of curvy design. Particularly
Yeah.
when this is the first year when you see the DRS pop up, the whole wing looks like it moves.
It does.
The first time I saw it, I thought it genuinely looked like a piece of Lego that had fallen off. Definitely grown to love that Ferrari colour as well.
Yeah.
And
I think, like I said yesterday, not too bright, not too dark.
it definitely distinctifies itself from the other generations of Ferrari too.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not sure that's a word, but I've made it one now. I got Albon that's pitted.
His pit strategies look interesting, though.
Let's see what Albon can do coming out the pits. 'Cause
I'm not sure if you heard, but Hulkenberg, he couldn't pit when he wanted to. He had to cool the car down because it was too hot to come in.
So they were worried about the heat soak on the power unit if he stopped. That's interesting. Okay, Verstappen in pits. Let's see if he has the same problem Hamilton does, but I'm betting you go to the medium, not the hard.
Oh, yellow flag.
Verstappen went to the softs again.
Mm.
Interesting.
That's going to be definitely a two-stop, I reckon, now.
Yeah. And I agree with you, Pedro, towards Etu. You're not alone. You got all of us, alright?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah, always here for you.
Right, so where did Hamilton end up? About 5 or 6 seconds behind Sainz. God, if he's on the hard tyre, he's only going to go backwards, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think maybe the hard was the wrong one to go for. I think it would slow him down.
This is the first time in many a year we've seen teams go from soft tyre to soft tyre, not soft to meat. They never repeat compounds like this. They're guaranteeing they have to stop again. But it's like they're going for a sprint rather than a marathon race at the moment. Except for Hamilton, who's going for a walk in the countryside or something.
Yeah, very long stint. Yeah.
So Hulkson hasn't been in them.
No, I don't think so as yet.
Okay, Leclerc.
Oh,
Perez follows him in, but obviously about 10 seconds down the road.
oh,
Perez
it's
is
going to be close.
Yeah, Perez is doing the counter strategy. So they're doing. Oh.
Oh,
Can he hold him off? Max is going to be up to temperature.
yeah. Oh,
And we know he likes to pass around this corner.
no, he didn't.
It's Max. Any corner's a passing opportunity.
Looking close though.
So, okay, so the soft tyres are switching on straight out the pits. The hard tyres are, like, going out on stone. But it's good to see, yeah, these cars are so close together in the
I don't know
traction.
if you've noticed, but both Mercedes have gone for hard tyres.
Both.
Both.
What am Mercedes thinking?
They're expecting something that the other teams aren't expecting. I don't know if hard was the right call.
I'm wondering if they're playing the long game, hoping for a late safety car or something.
Maybe.
And they're going to keep the soft tyres they've got for a sprint later on.
Oh. He's coming. He's coming. He's getting closer. He's coming into the DRS. It's going to be close.
Whoa.
Whoa. Look at those sparks. I think he's got it.
Verstappen down to turn 1. Leclerc's going to come back at him, though. That DRS was incredibly powerful.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, I've wanted to see this for years. Oh, Christ.
That was close. But he's retook the lead.
Legally, he kept on the track, too. Oh, these two.
This is going to be so close.
That's going to make the highlight reel for a few years.
Yeah.
Oh, that, oh.
Yeah,
Actually,
wow.
can you see how far behind Max was?
I know.
That's unreal. It's like Leclerc wasn't moving. I cannot believe how far behind he was.
I know.
It's like different
It sparks
formula.
though.
Yeah. What that is, it's the titanium plates they put in the front wings to actually make them spark. It is a little bit engineered, but it does look good.
It does look good. Oh.
Yep, another drag race. Here we go. And if as long as he
Gonna
stays
do
in
it.
this DRS.
Oh.
Here comes Max again.
He's doing it. Oh. He's got it.
And here comes Leclerc again. He's going to get DRS into turn 3. And he's much closer.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a...
They're going to keep doing this every lap.
Yeah.
Max is sticking with him.
Oh. Yeah, they were pretty close there.
Oh. Feed went off there. It was like hosted by the Segi TV.
Oh, yes. That was interesting yesterday, trying to get that to work.
Yeah, let's not talk about the Half or Eddie Hall fight. I'll tell you what, it's really good to see these two young guys really going at it so early in the season.
Could this be the new World Championship driver challenge?
I think
Max
it might be.
versus Charles.
Yeah. It's too early to be saying that Lewis has had his day, but
Yeah.
based on this performance, it does lean that direction.
Slightly. Oh.
Looking further down the grid, we can see Max is still in 7th. He's still sitting there. He's got a big gap to Gasly and Alonso. So Max is there on pace.
I think he's going to lunge again.
That's miles back, though.
He's going to lunge.
Yeah.
Oh, he's knocked
Oh,
up. Oh.
big lock up. That's going to kill that tyre. But now he's going to get DRS again into turn 3. Max is always going to go for that move.
Definitely.
This is showing not inexperience, but hot-headedness. Because he's going to be killing that tyre.
Yeah, I suppose it's that challenge, that conflict. Do I go for it? Do I save my tyres? He's a slightly aggressive driver, so I think he will go for those gaps. But it's just, I don't know, maybe his team will ask him to prioritise the tyres.
You'd hope. I mean, there's still another, 38 laps left to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the point. Brundle's just pointed out in the second half of the pit straight, the Red Bull was a lot quicker. Could that be down to the Ferrari harvesting energy?
It could be.
Or is it just Max going balls to the wall? Yeah, as been pointed out in the chat, Danny Rick still last.
I know.
Okay,
And I think because of the guys have pitted earlier, I'm not sure if Norris is gonna stay where he is.
I'm kind of hoping for a safety car incident to bunch them all up together again. That would be quite fun.
Mm. Yeah, it seems like the Ferrari and Red Bull have left everyone.
Okay, Perez has set the fastest lap on the mediums. So that...
Oh, Norris has gone down a place.
Yeah, Joe.
I agree with that though. The McLarens are looking slightly vulnerable. Not vulnerable, but I don't know, slightly underperforming.
Very much anticlimactic from what they were managing in the shakedown.
Yeah, I think we'll be waiting a few more years for a McLaren championship fight. Where
Of
it's
course.
going. Unless they pick up the development this year, I guess.
Could be, but a minute off by lap 20.
Yeah.
It's not what we were expecting. It's 3 seconds a lap.
No.
Well, Hulk's finally pitted.
Finally called the car down.
Okay, so Leclerc's pulled a gap to get out of the DRS, so Verstappen's probably cooling the car. Ideally, what Leclerc needs to do is make sure it keeps a 2-second gap, but saves the electrical power for when Verstappen attacks again. Because he will.
That McLaren doesn't...
And it still hasn't stopped.
Yeah.
What is McLaren doing?
McLaren, no.
I'm glad I didn't wear my McLaren t-shirt today. I have to find my Ferrari one.
Yeah, I don't think... If he's not stopped... I reckon he's going to be down there with Ricardo soon.
Yeah.
What is their problem? Do you reckon they've identified what's their issue?
Well, in practice 1, they had to fly after practice 1. They had to fly out some parts of the brakes which were overheating to increase the brake duct size. So maybe their brakes are overheating and they just can't push.
Maybe.
It could be one of those things that it's an instant fix as soon as they get to the next race, or it's going to dog them for a season.
Yeah.
Starting somewhat to go a little bit 2x2 now. We've still got the Red Bull and the Ferraris together, the Mercedes together.
Got the Alphas back together as well.
The Alphas are only separated by the Alpine, so it's starting to separate out a bit now. The only one that's bucking that trend is Magnussen.
I think he's giving it his all or nothing, which is great to see.
But he's still obviously got to... So who's got to stop again? The 2 Ferraris... Verstappen. Hamilton doesn't have to. Magnussen. In the top 10, those are the only ones that have to stop again. And Pedro says, do we think it is due to a design issue? I'm presuming you're referring to McLaren.
Oh, sure. Like Luke mentioned earlier, it does look very simple compared to the other cars.
And simple.
We reckon that, yeah, we reckon their side pods are not as efficient as the other teams.
It's entirely possible. Something's not right with the car.
Mm.
And I can't remember, other than I think it was 2015 when they went to Honda, seeing McLaren at the back of the grid. And this just is weird.
Yeah. I think a lot of McLaren fans will be slightly disappointed.
Absolutely. Now, I'll tell you what, we have got Perez closing in on Sainz. He's been runner anonymous.
Yeah, still got the fastest lap as well.
Yeah. They were joking when Sainz was in the McLaren that he was always the anonymous driver. We never saw him. I don't think we've seen him since lap 2.
Yeah, I don't think we have actually.
So yeah, my money at the moment. Ooh, I think it's going to be Leclerc, Verstappen, Perez. I think Perez will get Sainz.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be a double Red Bull and a Ferrari. Though if Carlos can hold him off, it would be interesting to see if it would be a double Ferrari.
One or the other at the moment, isn't it? I mean, those Mercedes are not closing in at all. In fact, Hamilton's best part of 24 seconds off.
Yeah.
And at one point, he was catching a lot of them.
Yeah, that's honestly mad that Hamilton and Russell are, like you say, nearly 30 seconds now off of the leader.
It's a pit stop. They're a pit stop behind. So I think the only thing we're going to see now is the top 3 go on to mediums. They're not going to touch those hards after what Hamilton
Yeah, I don't think they
did.
are.
Norris lose another place to Albon.
Yeah.
What is McLaren doing with that strategy, leaving Norris out?
I feel for him.
Hamilton lock up into the tight right-hander. Magnussen only 7 seconds behind Russell.
Yeah.
Would not have called that one.
No, definitely.
Hey, we've got Shane Kenty in the chat. What's up, dude?
Oh, that's interesting from Carlos. Questioning that maybe a free stop. I don't know if the Ferrari strategists would take that though. Potentially though.
Well, if they listen to signs like they do Hamilton, Mercedes, they might try it, especially if
Might
there's
try it.
late issues.
Do they try it though, or do they? I don't know. Because they could lose a position here to Perez.
And as Shane said, the mid-pack are bunched up, which is great. And there is action.
Definitely.
Action everywhere at the moment.
Very refreshing to see as well.
Free stop,
We were
though.
just saying, we were just saying that obviously McLaren have just not really been involved in many fights. They're just letting all the position go. It'd be interesting to see how they develop though.
Absolutely.
I think they need to.
And it's going to be interesting to see how these cars move on and get their potential unlocked.
Yeah. I think we can see the Constructors' Championship having a really big shake-up this year.
Absolutely. Absolutely. My question is, what car has the bigger potential?
Oh.
I mean, let's face it, the Adrian Newey package in Red Bull is always going to be moving forward. So, can Ferrari match the development? I mean, they've got more testing hours this year, based on last year's constructor standings end. And Mercedes is going to have the least.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Could we see Ferrari slow down their development if they think they have a really good car?
I think they'll push as hard as they can just to get. They're never not going to. They're going to want to have another Ferrari.
I think they need to. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. There's a hidden point that's in plain sight. Which team has the most available wind tunnel time.
Oh.
Haas.
Yeah.
They're the ones that might, in theory, move up more than the others.
Yeah.
Oh, those Alpines are stuck together.
Mm.
And the two Alpha Tauri. No, sorry. That's Tsunoda and Bottas.
Norris has just pitted. He sent him all the way down 20th.
That's so sad to see. It really is.
Yeah. 1 lap down.
That was not what I was expecting from the shakedown test.
And they've put him on hards. They've also put him on hards.
Maybe they're trying to work out what the new... I'm presuming there's going to be a safety car at some point. Maybe they're trying to work out if they've got the rules correct following the Michael Massey incident from Dubai. All cars can overtake.
Yeah. Or maybe they're playing the long game, but I don't know.
Long game, 1 lap down.
Yeah. I don't think that was necessarily the greatest of ideas.
No.
Oh, Ricardo would have to pit again because he's on softs.
He started on the medium, but yeah, he's not going to get that far on the soft, so is he?
No.
So I've seen Alonso and Schumacher 13 and 14th. That's weird seeing it. I mean, it reminds me of 2005, 2006. I mean, that would have made Mick about 3 or 4 years old.
Yeah. I don't remember it.
Yeah, I remember 1992. Very little bits of it. Very little bits of it. Here's a question for yourself, Sarah, and the chat. What is the earliest Grand Prix you remember?
Oh. Not sure actually. I think it's got to be. It's got to be one of the last ones that Michael Schumacher was in.
That would be.
Can't really remember any earlier ones.
Well, that would be 2006.
Oh. Maybe I'll watch it on replay then. So I don't.
Well, that's the first time he retired. First time he retired. Otherwise, it'd be 2012.
I reckon 2012 sounds a bit more reasonable for me.
Was he in a silver car or a red car?
It'd have been silver then, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. That's when he was in Mercedes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, 2012 sounds more reasonable for me.
That's
so I don't think I can remember anything from 2006.
I remember it fondly. Alonso and Albon.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Fernando is on the hards as well, so he probably could be going to the end.
Yeah.
From there.
Oh.
Verstappen's killed his tyres. We called it. But if he's going to do what he did last time, pit earlier and then absolutely hammer out for a couple
Just
laps, he
seen
could get
something
Leclerc.
interesting, which you're about to see
Hamilton pitting.
again.
Slow stop as well. Front left.
Yeah.
On the mediums. Toto Wolff on the grid, he did say this is a test session for Mercedes. But if they're not careful, they're going to have AlphaTauri and Haas beating them.
Yeah. I think the strategies was slightly the wrong one for Hamilton.
Yeah.
It doesn't make much sense going from soft to hard to then medium.
I think they're treating it like a test session.
Must be.
and they've just told Hamilton on the radio to not push. So they're going to try and go to the end of the medium.
That'll be interesting.
Either that,
we've still got a fair bit to go.
Yeah, not even. Okay, we're halfway. Well, maybe we're going to see a free stop, I think. But who from? Definitely not Norris.
No.
Pedro says he's not sure, but he thinks Vettel won the championship for his first memory. So 2010 to 2013, pick a year.
Pick a year. I don't know, that McLaren versus a Williams, the McLaren just doesn't look ready to fight.
It's also the wrong decade for those two to be fighting. It should be more the 90s or the 80s. I do love the livery on that Williams. I think it's beautiful, especially under the lights. Yeah. Really catches your eye.
It's interesting to see that Hulkenberg and Norris are still a lap down. I think this will be a test session for many of the teams, but you can see who's benefiting and you can see who's not.
At the moment, it's K-Mag that's benefiting. And Pedro says he vaguely recalls watching the last championship won by Alonso and Kimi's race at Interlagos. Oh, is that the one where he went off the track and went round the side and went out through the gate? But otherwise, yeah, the last championship that Alonso won was 2006. That's a fair point. We haven't seen any tyre failures at all so far. Not one puncture, not one blowout. Pirelli have probably done a cracking job, unlike last year.
I mean, it would be interesting to see if tyres work better on certain tracks and don't on others.
Wait till they get to Silverstone.
Yeah, Silverstone seems to be a tyre killer.
Well, Hamilton won on 3 tyres a few years back, so we'll see what happens this year.
I see the top 3 pitting again at some point.
Definitely. Well, they have to. Leclerc definitely has to, because he's not run a medium tyre yet. That rule is still in effect. They have to run 2 different compounds, don't they?
I think it is, yeah.
Okay. Well, that being the case, yeah, Leclerc still has to pit again. Sainz has to pit again. I don't think Russell can go to the end. Well, it depends on how much he pushes.
Yeah.
Oh, Max in. There we go. Mediums.
Do you reckon they'll send Leclerc in now?
I think they're going to have to just cover him off.
Yeah.
I know if I were driving in Leclerc's spot, I'd be very worried about the speed of Verstappen. But I'd be tempted to stay out longer by about another 5 to 6 laps and then have the faster tyre at the end of the race. But there's no guarantee he's going to catch Max.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Leclerc's got to pit.
I think he's about to.
Yeah,
box.
Yeah. They're just covering him off. And Rose says Merc Power is shit. It does seem to be. It's the first year when it's not had the dominant power. Good to see you, buddy.
Hello.
Yep.
It's got to be a quick stop though. 'Cause he's not actually that far behind.
Are we going to see more dicing for the lead?
Mm.
Roses has just said Ferrari power. All right, Clarkson.
Sorry about that.
Well, this year it's the first powerful engine they've had legally.
Mm. Oh, this is gonna be close.
Pedro poses the question: do we reckon that the Merc power unit's fallen behind other teams in terms of
Maybe.
performance? Started to.
Maybe they focus the areas of development on other aspects.
Mm.
I think, especially with F1, I think you can never leave development of a certain aspect and favoritise it over something else. So you just got to continually develop all aspects to stay on the top of the game.
Absolutely.
I think it's very easy to see as well what teams prioritise and what other teams do,
Mhm.
which leads them either to the top of the game or to the bottom of the game.
Mhm. Ooh, Verstappen is bitching at the tactics.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Definitely.
All right, Hamilton gets Gasly. That's not a big surprise, but he's going to need to get a shift on because otherwise he's going to start losing positions, isn't he?
Definitely.
Rosa says that sort of response to what you said, that Mercedes is sort of a focus on the aero, and I'd be inclined to agree.
Yeah.
It hasn't worked either.
That's what I'm saying. Has their aero package and the side pods worked in their favour? At the moment, I don't think it's working in their favour at all.
Okay, now Hamilton is going for a pass for position on the Haas of Magnussen. Something about that doesn't feel right yet.
Yeah. Again, I wonder what the team orders will be. Will Russell let him through?
I reckon Russell's going to pit again with about 10 laps to go for the softs. There's also the problem of the fastest lap point.
Yep.
So maybe Russell's going to go really far to the end and take that point away from Red Bull.
If they can.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. With brand spanking new tyres with 1 lap to go, I'd hope they could.
Yeah.
Rosa says he believes after the race, when the cars are out of part thermi, Merc will probably have a new engine or new area parts for the next race.
Definitely. I think a lot of teams are going to speed up their development after this race.
Yeah. The problem with the engine side is...
Cough, McLaren.
Oh God, yes. The problem with the engine side is they are limited to a certain amount of ICEs, MGUKs, MGUHs, electronics, turbos. They are limited to a certain amount per year, so they can't just bang a new one in. Not to mention the development will be frozen at the end of the year, I believe.
You were correct with Russell pitting again. Currently going into the pits now.
Oh, thought it would be a lot later than that. But at least the aerodynamic parts, they can, as long as they pass all the side impact tests, they can go nuts on that throughout the year. So Russell, what tyre did he go for?
He
Medium.
went for the mediums.
So he's going to be closing in on Hamilton.
Yeah. Will they help each other or they race?
I don't want to answer that one. I do think Hamilton is going to be vulnerable to Russell, though.
Oh, they're coming up to the back markers now. That's so weird to see, though, like a Ferrari literally about to lap a McLaren.
Where's it all gone wrong for McLaren? They're going to be having such a horrible debrief.
Yeah.
And Aston Martin's fallen off the pace tremendously as well.
Yeah.
Although they're the team I would say in the next 5 years be watching, Aston Martin, because they are building so many new facilities. They can only go forwards.
Hopefully. Oh, Magnussen is in.
Yeah, that'll be his last one. If they haven't got a title sponsor yet, they're going to have one by the end of next week, I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Got the AlphaTauri.
Brand new tyres though. Thought I saw a puff.
Yeah, they're not warmed up yet though.
Yeah, I thought I saw a puff of smoke out the back of that house. I hope not. Oh, AlphaTauri ran it outside of Magnussen. That is brave.
Yeah.
I would not be the person doing that.
I think he had the slight advantage of his tyres being slightly warmer.
Definitely. But he'll come back at him down the straight. As Pedro says, he hopes that Haas find some stability because they've always had trouble with sponsors. But they always go to sketchy people to get the money.
Yeah. No, just keep doing well. People will come to you.
Maybe they can get some Red Bull sponsorship.
Oh, that would be interesting. Red Bull's third team?
Yeah. With Ferrari and technical partnership. That'd be weird.
Oh.
Now, can Verstappen... I think he's going to be saving his tyres for the last 2-3 laps.
Yeah.
Rosa says the thing I saw at the back of K-Mag might have just been dust on the part of the track that he was on. It's entirely possible. It is very, very dusty offline here.
Oh. Is he going to take the AlphaTauri? Yes, he did.
Fresh tyres are godlike round here.
Again, a very late lunge, like, for the position. He seemed quite far back and then very close.
Yeah. Tell you what though, it's extraordinary the drivers that have been so clean so far.
Yeah. I think they're all just looking to start their season on the right foot.
Usually there's front wings going flying aplenty.
20 laps left.
Tell you what, shot by, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can Leclerc get his maiden win of the year? First race of the season. It was last time he was going well around here. Do you remember what happened? 2 years ago. Spark plug failed, and he fell from first, about 10 seconds ahead of Hamilton, to third.
Well, he's definitely... Maybe he's using that to motivate him to go a bit faster.
Yeah, he's going to do a Gandalf and you shall not pass to Verstappen.
Yeah. You shall not pass.
Alright, so where has Schumacher ended up so far? Just curious where he is in relation to Magnussen.
Oh, look at this replay. That was close.
Oh, was that signs? Yeah, oh jeez.
Oh, look at this. Ooh. Oh.
That would have definitely been a chit moment.
The Alpines are still together. Mm. We expect a lunge here. Oh, he's
There
going
he
for
goes.
it. I think that knocks Alonso out of the points slightly. No, just in.
But he's going to come back at Ocon.
I wonder what the team orders are.
Well, I have to say, since Alonso's come back, he's not done anything against the team, has he? He's let
No.
Ocon through at every opportunity of asking. Held up Hamilton to high hell at Hungary last year. He is nothing but be a perfect team racer. And that is not the Alonso I thought we were going to see.
No.
And you have to think back, for those that remember, back to 2007 with McLaren and against Hamilton, where he sat in the pits to block Hamilton.
Is it because the Alpines aren't predicted to be fighting for those top spots?
Probably. If that was for P1, I can guarantee he'd be fighting a lot harder.
Yeah.
If we, is there a failure on the graphics at the moment? Because they haven't come up in a while.
Yeah. I think so, because I was going to say that. I haven't seen the graphics for a little bit.
It's not unheard of for it to happen, but
No. I think it's the fact that obviously they want it to look new and flashy, but if the old worked, why change it?
well, someone's server is going to get a kick in. They're going to go back to the old one. 27 laps left. Or 17, actually, mate.
Haven't seen much from Stroll today. Oh, that's a slow getaway.
Yeah, it looked like he was in the wrong gear. So there's some really disappointing performances from some of the teams, but
Yeah, definitely.
take the headline, Ferrari.
The graphics are back.
Yeah, Ferrari has definitely turned up.
Don't know. I think Alpha race pace might be slightly off their qualifying pace.
Yeah. I think we're going to be looking for Leclerc and Verstappen to lap, probably up to Gasly, I think.
Yeah.
Alonso's still going back. Those hard tyres are not That's surprising. In previous years, those hard tyres have been the go-to tyre for the
Yeah.
race. We are seeing multiple stops onto the softer mediums.
I've just seen that to Mick Schumacher downwards, they're all a lap down.
With the two Alphas being next, yeah. Although Magnussen only 15, 16 seconds off Russell. That's a performance and a half. We did joke yesterday that Russell was going to be moving from a bottom team to a bottom team. I mean, it hasn't happened that way, but he hasn't got the
No.
promotion he thought he was going to get.
Yeah. It was funny looking on Twitter. I don't know if anybody noticed in the Drive to Survive that Russell said, "Oh, the Mercedes shouldn't be fighting for 9th place." Where did he qualify yesterday on his first race?
Ninth.
Not qualifying 9th.
Mm-hmm.
I think he needs to maybe take back those words.
Whoops. I'm surprised Verstappen's not moved up to the back of Leclerc at least a little
Yeah.
more.
The gap
That's-
is still pretty big.
Yeah, that's baffling actually. But Pedro does point out that the Mercedes race pace does look better than the qualifying pace.
Yeah, but still slightly, ever so slightly off of the pace of Red Bull and Ferrari.
Yeah, it's about 0.6 of a second a lap if you look at it. That's a big margin.
Well, the leaders have overtaken. I think I saw a McLaren. So
That's Norris.
yeah. Usually, well, last year we expected them to fight each other, but
I'm surprised we've not seen Perez get onto the back of Sainz as well. It seems like the opening stints is where the fighting's happening. And as Pedro says, Ferrari and Red Bull are in another league at the moment.
they are.
But it's good to not see what we've been seeing for the past few years. It's been F1 and then, frankly, F1.5. I mean, it's not quite as bad as that. I mean, it always used to be Mercedes and Red Bull, and then that was it. At least Mercedes aren't horrendously far off. And then previous years it was always a second or two to anyone else. So who's going to go? Well, most of them are going to have to go to the end now. Is there anyone who's going to go for a last minute stop to get the fastest lap?
Oh, I don't know, because I think the top 10 aren't too far away. I reckon they might prioritise the lap, the track position.
I think the only one who can, maybe Hamilton, because that will put him out roughly where K-Mag is, and that's not going to be the hardest pass in the world. Ooh,
Stop.
bad start for Norris.
Oh. He flooded that car down.
Hulkenberg and Norris at the back behind the Williams. What has happened?
Yeah. I wonder what has gone wrong with them.
So the Ferrari crew are reporting to Leclerc that they have less degradation on the tyres than Verstappen. Verstappen's fallen 5 seconds back.
Oh. I've just seen something interesting.
Uh-oh.
It's after this replay, but oh,
I'll tell you what though, at the moment we've got, oh, who's that? Verstappen. Oh, he's going to go for it. That's extraordinary actually. Maybe they were worried about a puncher or something.
maybe. Or maybe, like you say, maybe it's their, I don't know, their last chance to fight for that top step.
So Verstappen has got to make 10 seconds in 13 laps on signs. Okay. It's doable. So they're definitely trying to give Verstappen the fastest lap point.
Mm. I've also noticed that Hamilton's just overtaken Perez. 10 seconds between them.
What happened? Perez must have stopped as well.
He must have.
Yeah, if I were Ferrari, I wouldn't come in. I mean, Leclerc doesn't need to. Well, Carlos is coming in.
Yeah, don't know if that's the right call.
Okay.
Looks again.
Verstappen problem.
Mm. Oh. Mercedes were just, I don't know, I think made a bad call again.
Hamilton's in.
Mm.
Hang on, is that
I don't think
Hamilton's
that's the
third?
right call.
No, is that Hamilton's third or fourth stop?
Not sure now.
No, I've lost track.
Because he went from mediums to...
We did the same thing there. We put our hands out.
Went from mediums to hard, hards to soft.
He started them soft though, didn't he?
Did he? Oh yeah, soft to medium.
That's
medium
one start.
Hard. And hard to soft. He
And then
must have just gone in for another soft.
Yeah. I thought he was on the hard though. I've lost track now.
It was on the hard.
Yeah.
I think everyone's lost track.
So you can see on Max's on board, he's wiggling the steering wheel. I think he thinks he's got a loose wheel.
I've just seen something.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, fire.
Mm.
Okay, Leclerc has to come in now.
Mm.
Oh god, it's going to be a replay of Abu Dhabi. That's got to be a safety car.
Actual safety car. I reckon that can change. I reckon that will be a full safety car.
Yeah, but either way, Leclerc's got to come in now and pick up some
Yeah,
tyres.
he's got to.
Yeah, full safety car. Here we go. Oh, Hamilton fans are going to be kicking themselves. He's just been in. Russell's in. Ooh, we are going to end up with a 6 or 7 lap sprint to the end. This right, all bets off.
Oh, Russell's come in.
Yep.
Is Hamilton coming as well? Is that the two Mercedes?
I think that's Aston.
Oh. It did look, silver.
Yeah, under the lights, the colour palette looks a little bit changeable.
Yeah, I think Hamilton's going to be kicking himself slightly. Ow, that Alpha.
Um, and Katie's just said, I did ask for the safety car earlier. I did indeed. I got what I wanted. And yes, Gazzy's okay. It's just his car's on fire.
It just turned itself off.
And then set itself on fire. So I'm done. I'm starting the fireworks early.
I'm done. Wow.
Well, it's not a battery fire.
No.
That looks like either fuel or oil's burning. Probably fuel because it's burning clear.
Yeah.
So that could be a fuel line that's burst or something. All lapped cars to unlap themselves. Unlike cars 4, 5, 8. Yeah, this is not Abu Dhabi. Michael Massey is not in control of this one.
No.
Well, that's good news for the McLaren boys.
Hopefully.
K-Mag has stayed on the medium tyre. What is going on there?
Yeah, so Stroll, Albon, Latifi.
Max is still wiggling that car like he's trying to find out if there's something wrong with it. Rosa says the new safety car looks sexy. I haven't seen it yet. Oh, a red Mercedes, like SLS or something. Oh, Leclerc, don't run to the back of it, please.
Yeah. Claire must be.
Oh, Magnussen's in.
You just built that lead up.
Okay, K-Mag
Now
is
you've
in.
got to fight for it.
Rosa says it's the AMG Black. Right, if anyone's got any sense, they'll all be on soft tyres.
Oh my god, really? Ricardo, why have they put him on hards?
Probably the only tyres they've got left. Or McLaren are drunk. Oh, Zach Brown must be doing his nut if he's there.
I mean, they really are trying something.
I'm not sure what they're
It's the
trying.
right one. Yeah.
Are they trying to compete in the 24-hour endurance race? So he has got a wobbly tyre. They've just said they don't believe it's a reliability concern to Verstappen. So something is wobbly on that car. With that being the case, I wouldn't be surprised if Sainz gets him.
See a couple of people diving in again.
Yeah. I think that was a Williams we just saw. Oh, Mick is in 10th. Mick might be on for points for his first time.
Let's go.
Come on, Mick.
I think the Haas could soon become a fan's favourite.
Mm-hmm. Well, last year it was a joke, so it's a bit of an improvement, isn't it?
Yeah. Like you say, maybe that time in the wind tunnel is going to help them massively.
Mm-hmm. They're the ones who got the potential to improve most, theoretically. It does
I just
depend
wonder
on the
what
quality.
McLaren have done with that time. The wind tunnel. Looks like they haven't done too much.
Okay, Ricardo is on softs now.
Oh yeah, I thought that. I don't think it would have been good for it to send him out in hards.
So, did anyone predict a double points finish for Haas? No.
I was going to say, I can categorically say no to that.
I personally predicted it was going to be them last with Alfa Romeo. Wrong on both. It is a disappointment to see Williams so far down.
Yeah.
However, they are closer to the pack than what they have been in previous years. Again, but they've also got a lot of scope to improve this year with the wind tunnel time they're going to be allowed. They still haven't moved that car.
No, maybe it's too hot to handle, as they say.
Bit of a pun line, but I like it. And Pedro says, don't forget about the high amount of staff coming from Ferrari and the improvements on the power unit as well for Haas. It's a fair point. I suppose every time we've seen Ferrari go a few steps up, we've seen Haas follow them.
Yeah.
Does make sense. And then Brundle just pointed out the same thing I was thinking. That's the same point that we saw a fire a couple of years ago with Grosjean. Exactly the same barrier.
Maybe it's an unlucky barrier.
Well, it would be more ironic if it was a Haas, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. That is a big fire on that car. That might be a write-off.
Potentially.
Oh, they're moving it now. So how many laps we got? 8 laps? Or seven
yes.
and a bit. 7 and a bit. Although, one good point this weekend, I can't think of any controversy regarding the FIA this weekend. So far.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if Max has got a failure in the steering.
Lap cars may now overtake the safety car. Maybe. I think potentially got a problem developing.
It does feel funky though, doesn't it? It looks... That
Yeah.
Red Bull doesn't look right.
No, something about it just doesn't look great.
Apparently Mick did not pit, so he's going to be a
Soft.
target.
Yeah.
Okay. In 2005, at the Nürburgring Grand Prix, Kimi Raikkonen flat spotted his tyre repeatedly in the same spot. And with 2 laps to go, he was 10 seconds ahead of Alonso. And McLaren said to him, you're going to have to come in for reliability. And Kimi said, no. I'm in the lead. I'm going to try and go to the end. And for those that remember, Kimi Raikkonen's suspension, not the tyre, because it was running like a 50p piece, failed on the first corner of the last lap and nearly hit button.
No.
Will Verstappen do the same thing?
I don't know. It's get points or retire the car, I think, at the moment. I think he just needs to go for it. Just try at least.
Yeah. There's no way I'd be wanting to pit with 7 laps to go.
Safety car is ending, or
Yeah.
about to end.
Yeah. I mean, if he pits now, he doesn't get any points.
Yeah.
If he doesn't pit, he has a shot of a win or glory or going out on a ball of fire. He's a Formula 1 driver. He's going to go for it. He's doing the James Hunt style. I'm just going to go for it.
Be interesting to see. Switch up. Will we expect to see a different top 10?
I'm just hoping not to see a crash into turn 1.
Hopefully not.
I'm properly nervous about this one.
Oh.
And we've got Hamilton back in 5th, Russell in 6th. They're going to go nuts.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've got a 7-lap sprint.
Oh.
Ooh, the nerves are setting in now. Oh. Yeah, they've got to let that safety car go, because otherwise they're going to crash into the back of it.
Oh.
Yeah, no DRS for 2 laps.
He's doing his trick.
But Leclerc's got himself a much better exit the corner.
Yeah, I think Max Verstappen slightly a bit too tight there.
Yeah, that was
Well,
Sid.
Sainz
Sainz
taken.
going to get him. Sainz is going to get the slipstream from Leclerc. There's no way he's going to outbrake Max, though. Hamilton so close to the back of Perez.
Oh.
Oh, they're all behaving so far.
I don't think the restart favoured the McLaren boys though. Still.
I've given up caring about the McLaren boys in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mick's dropped out of the points, but we kind of expected that.
It's close though.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Bottas up to 8th again.
Yeah.
How did he manage that?
I have no idea.
Oh, he just kind of bounces around and he's there again. Okay, so Verstappen doesn't have the slipstream from Leclerc.
No.
Oh yeah, Mick has fallen back a long way. As you're saying, where's the rest of the pack? Are they halfway around the course still?
Not sure.
They've let the McLarens and all through, but they must be halfway around the track. They definitely didn't wait for them to catch back up again, did they?
No. Oh. It's a lovely looking train though.
Mm-hmm. Multi-million-pound looking train.
Mm. Oh.
Oh, Zhou and Schumacher dicing away.
Mm. I've got to say, I'm impressed with Joe.
I've got to say, yeah. As soon as you hear about a driver being parachuted into a team because of money, you think they're going to be another potentially Mazepin or something or other. No, he's been very mature.
Mm.
Looks like Leclerc's sodded off at the front.
Yep.
Now can Sainz get to Verstappen?
Oh. Still don't think Mercedes are going to improve their position unless Hamilton can get that edge over Perez.
Well, Brundle just made a point that he thinks that Max has lost his power steering. If that's the case, that's hydraulics. That could easily affect another component on the car. So that car is a bit sickly. He's doing well to be second. Alright, DRS is on. Now, will Russell ever go at Hamilton? Will Hamilton ever go at Perez?
I don't think we're going to see a move from Russell on Hamilton. I don't know, I think there's still some sort of team orders that are probably telling him to hold back.
I'll tell you what, these helmet cams do remind me of the movie Rush. They really do.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, Joe's got Schumacher.
Yeah.
Good showing for the pair of them.
Do hope that Mick can get some points this season.
I do agree. He will at some point. Hamilton's on
Yeah.
the back of Perez and he's in DRS. Perez doesn't have it off the back of Sainz. Ooh. The Sainz, crucially, doesn't have DRS on Verstappen either.
No. It did look close though.
There you go. Hamilton's got his rear wing open.
Yeah. It doesn't look like he's gonna lunge though.
He's the most mature man on the grid now. Well, other than Alonso. Which feels weird saying. Here we go. Signs. Yeah. Verstappen is struggling in the slower corners. And Pedro, we think he's got a parasteering or potential hydraulic failure. Oh, here comes Signs.
Oh.
Oh, now he's getting deployment issue.
Oh, I reckon he's gonna take him.
Yeah. Verstappen's getting hot under the collar.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's going for it. Gone for it.
Ferrari 1-2.
Hurry, 1-2. Wow. Oh. I've just seen something on my replay.
Uh-oh. Is it a fire from Verstappen?
No. It does look disappointing though.
Don't tell me it's Leclerc. Or
Right.
Magnussen. Oh, there goes Verstappen. There he goes. Yeah. Yeah. I've been wondering if that might happen. Yeah, he's got a failure. I'm not going to be surprised if that's hydraulics and gearbox now.
I'm slightly just like, I feel for him, because he's second for quite a long while.
Mm. He deserved a good result.
I reckon if he keeps pushing like that though, I think the good results will be inevitable. Like, he'll get them.
Oh, absolutely. That car's quick.
Right. Could we see a Mercedes
On the podium.
on podium?
Can Hamilton get Perez? Ooh.
2 laps left.
Out of the two, I think Hamilton's going to get Perez.
Yeah.
As they always say, for us to win, you have to get to the end. And Verstappen hasn't managed it.
No.
Apparently Perez is struggling with power as well. So is that Honda Red Bull vulnerable?
Maybe. Maybe it's the race distance that have just slightly played at a disadvantage to them.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if it's overheated. Because Adrian Newey has a habit of packaging the rear aerodynamics so tight that the engine components do overheat. Right, okay, here comes Hamilton on Perez. Perez
He's
is losing
losing
power.
power.
Here he comes, Hamilton.
Oh. Got listen.
Well, it doesn't look that slow. He's still holding him off in the straights.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is gonna be close. How much can he hold him off?
Well, if his Abu Dhabi last year is anything to go by, Perez is going to fight.
Definitely. Literally gonna be a last lap. Like push from Hamilton. I don't know, he's still holding on quite well as Perez.
Yeah, I think it's showing the inherent pace differential of Mercedes and Red Bull, despite the Red Bull being injured.
Yeah.
So how many swearing Dutch words are going to be going on in Verstappen's helmet?
Reckon quite a few.
That doesn't sound good.
I've just seen something.
I've seen Rose's comment something, so I'm guessing I know what's going to happen.
wristwatch.
Oh. I wonder if he's had a hydraulic failure. That looks weird.
Hello, flag.
Watch these rear wheels. One of they lock.
Oh,
No, the engine's... That looks weird. Wow, Hamilton.
It's still in the top 6.
Let's face it, he probably would have been in there in a Mercedes as well. K-Mag, Bottas and Zhou on points, as Pedro said.
I know.
This is a double DNF from Red Bull. Leclerc win. Yeah, I can't do that. Mine aren't turned on.
Oh, whoa.
Now that is a race.
I know. Hamilton though, like, did not expect third. Thought the Red Bull have got him.
I'll tell you what, that is... Yeah, that's a stunning one.
I know. What an opener.
Yeah. And a 1-2 for Ferrari. Where did that come from?
I know. I don't know. Maybe it's too early to call, but Ferrari are going to be dominant this season. This is their comeback.
Too early to tell on that one. Come back after the next race. I'll tell you what, I hope there is an audio clip from the helmets of both Russell and Hamilton, because probably going as they pass Verstappen down the pits. Yeah, and a Merc 3-4 as well.
Yeah, it's interesting to see, I don't know, problems that the Red Bull just had.
All I can say is Tommy from WTF1 is probably suicidal because he's a Max fan. And Matty from WTF1 is probably hitting the roof because he's a Leclerc fan. I tell you what, that is great for the sport to see a 1-2 for Ferrari.
Yeah.
Although people that remember sort of 2000 to 2004 are going to be worried. Driver of the day, Leclerc. Yeah.
Wow. Well, let's just say my constructors in my F1 fantasy is doing well.
Oh God, I chose McLaren. Oh, I think I'm out of the fantasy league already. Why did I choose McLaren?
Interesting that Carlos think he didn't have a very good weekend. I mean, from the looks of it, he had a really good weekend.
I would say, relative to his pace against Leclerc, it doesn't look amazing.
I know, but for the team.
For the team, it is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a thumbnail for everybody. Picture of the Ferrari and fireworks in the background. I'll tell you what, I'd love to know what has happened to Verstappen's car, and I wonder if it's related as well to Perez's car.
Maybe. I mean, it's interesting because Perez's engine just turned off.
Well, I think that's the end of the race.
Mm.
Well, near the end of the stream, I suspect. But that is a hell of a showing from all the top four, really, especially Leclerc.
Yeah. I mean, he was pretty faultless in that race. Not
Absolutely.
really anything to.
And he did dice for that. He fought like an absolute madman for that lead against Max. And Rosa says it looks like there's going to be a freeway championship fight. I'm going to say yes if Red Bull can get on top of the reliability, because it's round one, but we've had many fast teams over the years, but they first have to get to the end to be able to get the points.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I was slightly worried about the Mercedes because I thought the strategy was all wrong, but I guess it worked out in the end.
Absolutely. How many people are going to be posting pictures of Nico Rosberg with fire behind him, with Hamilton going, "Is his career over?" Finishes third. Like everyone's going to be thought that at about lap 10, wouldn't they?
Mm. A question for you and the chat.
Go for it.
What driver do you reckon during that standed out most to you?
K-Mag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than Leclerc, because I would tie them for driver of the day, but K-Mag in the Haas after a week's notice, epic. What about yourself?
Yeah, no, I'd back that. Not sure. I think Bottas because I don't know. During that race, he went really close to the back of the grid, and towards the end, he was sixth again.
Yep. It shows you the up and down. When you see those traces of where drivers are in certain laps, Bottas is doing this. Is this up and down? All right. Question for yourself and the chat also. Biggest disappointment of the race?
Oh, McLaren.
Yeah. Without even hesitation, McLaren.
Yeah, I think they need to develop and quick if they want to get up there again.
Well, I've got to give an actual shout out to, weirdly enough, the stewards and the FIA haven't done anything stupid this weekend. That is refreshing.
Yeah. Hopefully that continues throughout the season.
I'll tell you what, that Ferrari does look pretty as well.
It does. I don't know. I knew they were fast, but today they were fast.
And they've got a young driver pairing in Leclerc and Sainz, who can stay with him for years, presuming they don't want to parachute Mick into Sainz' seat next year.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it really depends how Mick does this season. I think Mick has maybe got a couple more years before he gets to the Ferrari seat.
Yeah, he's got to be at least matching K-Mag, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, beating Mazepin's one thing, beating a experienced F1 driver, that's a complete other. And let's face it, K-Mag's going to be going absolute hell for leather this year. Because he doesn't want to get dropped out of F1 again.
No. But for a first race back, I think he done amazing. Again, couldn't really fault him.
Yeah, I mean, he's well known for being unpredictable and dropping it off the track, and he didn't do it. Went wheel to wheel with many a driver, and then... Do you know, I don't think we've seen one front wing change.
No. I think racing looked, the majority of it, quite clean.
Yeah? Well, I don't think there's much more to say on the race, because there's no controversy other than Red Bull just dropping out in the final 2 laps. Other than that, it was sort of by the books. The fastest team won.
Yep.
Do you know what? It's one of the cleanest F1 races that I've come away from that's not felt disappointing.
Yeah, I think it's a good opener.
Yeah,
It's very exciting for the rest of the season.
absolutely. And what's the next track? I can't remember off the top of my head.
I can't remember either.
We're good at this. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So the next race is Saudi. Oh Christ, Saudi next week. And with Red Bull looking so quick in the straight line, that's going to be spicy.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see some of the changes some of the teams makes from this race.
I'm going to be personally surprised to see if they change too much because it's only 1 week and
Yeah,
they're still in the Middle East.
I was gonna say they're limited somewhat
Yeah,
what they can do.
I'd expect. Okay, so after Saudi, there's 1, 2, 3. That can't be right. There's a 4 week gap to Imola.
Really?
Yeah, that feels a bit odd.
Mm.
That wasn't where Sochi was supposed to be, was it?
I don't think so. I thought Sochi was later on in the season.
Yeah, so did I. Okay,
For sure.
I would expect to see a lot more parts at Imola in the first race in Europe.
Yeah. When they have that gap to go back.
And
Do stuff that they need to do.
and after that, it's Miami, and then
Ooh.
back to Spain. For if they're trying to cut their carbon costs,
Yeah.
that is not clever. And then it's Monaco, Baku, Canada. They're all over the place. Silverstone. It's like they're going back and forth from continents. That's just not clever. Okay. So we're going to have this race, next race, and I reckon we'll see some improvements for Imola.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
And I tell you what, I think the fastest car is the Red Bull, and that's going to be dangerous in Saudi if they can finish the
Yeah.
race.
Yeah, if... Yeah, I don't know. I think... if Max could have nursed it to the finish, I reckon... I don't know, I don't think he would have been on the podium, but I think he might have been still within top 10.
Yeah.
But I think it just became undrivable pretty quickly.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he's pushed it hard enough and it's then got stuck in gear.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's Formula 1. And as Murray Walker used to say, Formula 1, or F1 is if backwards. He was right.
True.
He was very right. Well, shall we call it a end of the stream after the podium?
Yeah, can do. Unless anyone else has any questions, any thoughts about the race that they want to discuss.
Anything they want us to answer the best we can? Yeah, give us a message. So yeah, Carlos gets his equal best result. I wonder when his first win is going to come, because I think it will.
Yeah, definitely. If they stay on form, I reckon he can get his win. I think we're gonna have to wait a little bit for Lando's first win.
Yeah. Sochi now is looking like a really big missed opportunity for him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, we've got a Hat Lad in the chat. Good to see you, buddy.
Oh, hello.
You got the Miss Sarah Hawkie here as well. He says, hey.
Hello.
What do you think of the Grand Prix, man? Any questions you want to ask us or anything like that? And as Sarah, as you rightly pointed out, the new podium procedure, they have to have all the overalls done up. Oh, that's going to really suck at a hot race during the day, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Pedro is giving us a very big double thumbs up to cut it down a bit, but thank you very much, man. It is greatly appreciated. Hatter Lad says he's a McLaren fan himself, and Lando he follows.
Mm.
We feel your pain, mate. We feel your pain. And thank you,
Yeah.
Katie, for the positivity too. We get to hear the Italian national anthem. First time in a couple of years. Lad says he loves F1, but it needed to change badly. F1 in general. Got stupid having a two-car battle for the last few years. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's good to see Benotto up there as well.
Mm.
Even if he does have a hairstyle that resembles a crazy scientist from Back to the Future.
Well, I think a massive well done to Ferrari.
Absolutely. And Hat says he wants to see it like Formula E, where everyone can win and it's not down to just money. They are making progress to that. So
Yeah, slowly but surely.
Mm.
I think they're making progress.
yeah, I think it
I
would be
think we've
more.
still got a little bit way to go.
Yeah, I think it'd be more next year, year after, when they get a little bit of
Yeah.
equilibrium in the rules, and where this new staggered budget / testing allowance really kicks in.
Yeah. Well, I think they've kind of delivered their promise a little bit. They did promise closer racing, I think, from the first race. We have seen a little bit more closer racing between the top 10 especially.
Hmm.
I think we still got a way to go.
Absolutely.
Some teams.
Absolutely. I won't be surprised if in, say, 2 or 3 years we see a minor adjustment to the rules to get even closer racing.
Yeah. Question for you in the chat: what moment of the race stood out more for you? What's the most memorable moment?
Personally, the dice with Leclerc and Verstappen 2 laps running.
Yeah,
Beautiful
that was
moment.
pretty good.
Beautiful moment. What do you think? The same, or have you got something else in mind?
Yeah, no, I think that one was pretty good. That was a good move. I reckon the other moves were kind of a bit more basic.
Unfortunately, it looks like Steven slept through most of it. Mate, wrong Grand Prix to sleep through.
Yeah. I'm sure if they show us the finishing positions, we can read them out for you. Not when they show that though.
Well, let's see if I can let's just bring it up and then read them off.
Mm.
You haven't uploaded it yet.
I think it's coming soon. Yeah, I think it was a good opening race. Red Bull aren't looking too happy. As expected.
Right, I've got the provisional results now.
Okay.
Do you want me to give it a go?
Yeah, go for it.
Well, somewhat obviously, we'll start with the winner, Mr. Charles Leclerc, with Ferrari. Then it's Sainz, Hamilton, Russell. Magnussen ended up 5th. That is a cracking result. Bottas, Ocon, Tsunoda, Alonso and Zhou running at the top 10. So Zhou gets a point. Mick ended up 11th. So close. Stroll recovered a bit to 12th. Then Albon 13th in the Williams, which is not a bad result. Ricciardo 14th, Norris 15th. Then Latifi, Hulkenberg was the last runner, with Perez, Verstappen and Gasly all having DNFs, which are curiously all Honda engines. That's interesting. Where did Gasly end up? No, Gasly was the one that was on fire. Sonoda, where did Sonoda end up?
Not sure. I think it was just outside the top 10, wasn't it?
I've lost him already.
Lost him.
He was 8th.
Oh, that's pretty good then.
So he's got a points finish. Okay.
Not bad.
And as Pedro says, it's a massive blow for Red Bull. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, they've probably lost 30, so it would have been 18 points, about 12, about 30 points today.
Yeah.
That's a big hit. Alright then. Well, I think we're going to call that an end to the stream, if you're happy with that, Miss Hawkie.
I am.
Fantastic. So I'm going to say thank you to all for popping in, who's been here either from the start or from during it. Please feel free to, if you're new here, give us a follow and check out Miss Sarah Hawkie's channel as well with !Hawkie. It will take you right there. Otherwise,
Very much.
Otherwise, we'll try and do it again for next weekend for the qualifying and for the race, and we'll see what we can get it done.
Yeah. Can't wait to see everybody next weekend.
Exactly that. I think we should give Kia D95 a raid. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, let's go for it.
He's a good gent. He's someone to chill out to, and I think he's doing a breakdown of the Grand Prix. So if you want to stick with him for that, please do. On that note, Thank you very much. I was going to say, catch you on the next one.
Yeah. Thank you, and catch everyone next time.
I'm going to give you a high five, Sarah.
Wait. Why do I have to go that way?
That's it. 1, 2, 3. That's close. That's close enough. That's close enough. Catch you later.
Catch you later.